Hope you brought your glow sticks. It's time to get funky here at the observatory. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up, Jake Paul, 185 centimeters tall with a reach of 193 centimeters. And he'll be facing Roy Jones Jr., 80 kilos bang on, 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start round 1. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Good counter punch. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this will be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Beautiful counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he just misses with that jab. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music? Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Jab misses. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. The courage on display here is incredible. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Better start respecting each other's punching power. A straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchange here from both men. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of... Hold that thought! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. They threw the hook. It didn't land. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A lot of effort being exerted here. The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. They exchange punches. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Roy Jones and on to the sixth round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Catch and shoot. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Nice counter. That hook doesn't score. Good counter punching. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pensacola's finest is down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't forget the job. Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths.
There's the bell to start round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That counter punch caught him clean. And they got caught. Survived that.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Swing and a miss with that jab. And Jake Paul goes down. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Incredible work rate. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Jake. And we enter the 8th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this? Hold that thought! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. How are they still standing?
Defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged. Oh my goodness, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr. and down goes Jones Jr. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back?
And down goes Jake Paul. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Give me your ball.
Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style.